$0 to 100 million. How do I think I can do this? What is my game plan? How am I going to do this through real estate investing? Let's get right into it. So let's first talk about my current situation and my net worth and stuff like that. So at the moment, I own 0 properties, okay? I'm 18 years old. I don't have any real estate to my name, and I am not renting. I'm living with my parents still, and I will 100% admit that. So I don't really have any expenses, whether that be through mortgages or whether that be whatever. I don't really have any housing or accommodation expenses, right? But how am I going to buy properties, or how am I going to try to buy properties before I can afford them myself? And before we even start this, I just want to say these are just strategies and ideas. I'm not going to say that these are 100% going to work. My strategy is based off other people who have done it in the past, and my mentors that are actually teaching me, and you guys can actually check them out, the Real Estate Rat Pack community, whether that be Matt McKeever, Adam Martin. If you guys follow my Instagram, you guys obviously know I work with them and whatever. And these guys are mentoring me and kind of helping me out, and I learned so much from their YouTube channel and by working with them or working for them. I'll maybe even leave their links down below where you can check them out. But yeah, those guys have completely changed my mindset on how I can actually acquire real estate literally right now if I really wanted to. But I don't think it will be extremely hard to, but it's definitely possible, right? So before we start, I just want to say Adam Martin, this guy, shout out to him first of all, but he actually, at the age of 24, he acquired 2 properties with, I believe, none of his own money, or he may have got like 5% of the property price with his own money. Again, don't 100% quote me on that, but how did he do this? He did this with OPM, other people's money, and by using seller takebacks or vendor takebacks. And I'm going to quickly explain what that is. A seller takeback is when the seller holds the mortgage, so you don't have to actually qualify for the mortgage. So say I wanted to buy a property, I wouldn't necessarily go and get the mortgage. I would ask the seller to hold the mortgage, and I would just pay the seller. And you kind of want to create win-win situations. I'm not a master at seller takebacks or vendor takebacks, so again, hit up Adam Martin. I'll leave his something down below. But yeah, that's kind of what the starting is going to look like. The starting of my real estate portfolio is going to look a lot like using other people's money, leveraging other people's money and my knowledge, and using seller takebacks to create win-win situations so I don't have to have a lot of money down, because obviously I'm only 18 years old. I don't have a down payment for 20% or even 5%. I don't have that right now. Maybe in a few years I will, but do I really want to start real estate investing in a few years? No, I want to start as soon as possible. So I actually recently read a book called 0 to 1, and this book kind of talks about going from 0 to 1. So it's easy to go from 1 to 2 because you've already done it before. The hard part is going from 0 to 1 because you don't know how exactly you're going to achieve this. So what would I do? To start off, I'm probably going to start small. Maybe some duplexes, some small like student rentals, whether that be 3, 5 units, whatever that is. Start off completely small, start renting it out, start getting that cash flow. Hopefully these properties appreciate in a few years, and in my opinion, I'm looking for cash flow as soon as possible. I don't want a property that's going to cash flow in 5 years. I want cash flow as soon as possible, obviously preferably on day one. And recently I've been learning a lot about Airbnbs. And again, the Real Estate Rat Pack have been teaching me a lot about Airbnbs, and these Airbnbs is something I will definitely look into implementing. But again, just to keep this video kind of broad and kind of make this not a 50-minute long video, we're just going to consider that I'm either doing rentals or Airbnbs, whether that be a duplex, whether that's student rental. So to start off slow, I'm going to be trying to get a property with vendor takebacks or seller takebacks, using other people's money, attracting investors, and having a duplex and just renting it out, whether that be to Airbnb, student rentals, whatever that is, just renting it out and start to get cash flow. Also, a huge thing is house hacking. I may even house hack, which again, I have learned from the Real Estate Rat Pack community. House hacking is basically when you own a house and you live in one room and you rent out the other rooms so that the rent that you're getting from the other rooms pays off your mortgage payment. So you're the owner of the house, but you rent out the other rooms and the other units, so you don't have to technically pay for your mortgage payment, because the other rooms are kind of bringing in that mortgage payment for you. So again, in my case, I don't really need to house hack because like I said, I don't have any housing expenses, but if you are someone that's like that, that's what you can do. So after I have a duplex and maybe a student rental in my portfolio, what I'm going to be doing is looking to get triplexes, then fourplexes, fiveplexes, sixplexes, sevenplexes, kind of just expanding and growing. And like mentioned, if these properties are cash flowing good, I'm not going to be selling these properties. The only time I'm going to be selling these properties is if I see, let's just say for example, there's a property that's cash flowing me, I don't know, let's just say, what's a good number? Let's just say in like $500 every month. And again, I'm not going to say this is exactly what's going to happen. It's just an example, right? And let's just say I see a property and I can potentially cash flow $1,000 a month. But I don't have enough money, but I'll be able to get money if I sell the first property. Then I'll look into selling. And again, I'm only selling if I can grow my business and kind of grow exponentially. If the property is cash flowing good, I have no reason to sell. It's just cash flowing at that point. And to start off, renovations, I want to do all that myself. Maybe I'll have like a bit of help here and there with some major stuff, but for the most part, I want to do it myself just so I can lower my expenses. And I want to get, again, if it's student rentals, they might not be the best tenants, so maybe single family is something that I do down the line. But to start off, I want to do my own stuff. I don't want to hire a property manager, and I don't want to have that extra expense. And with Airbnb, I'll probably hire a cleaner. Actually, no, not probably. I will 100% hire a cleaner. But yeah, so that's, again, some factors to take in right there. So as I start to get a duplex, obviously I'm going to be having other types of income, which I can then use to buy more duplexes. Again, maybe some more triplexes, some more student rentals, whatever that may be. I just want to keep on adding to my portfolio and then boom, boom, start to monopolize here and there. And let's just say maybe it takes me, let's just say, again, for example, let's just say it takes me 10 years to gain, let's just say 10 properties, because I know a lot of people have been buying a property a year and they've been holding that. Again, very possible to do without your own money, guys. That's the biggest thing I want you guys to understand, without your own money. So let's just say I'm doing this and I have 10 duplexes, right? What I want to be doing is having these properties cash flow, and what I want to do is like work with some other investors and do some house flipping, because house flipping is like, there's just quick cash, quick money. And then what I would do is work with other investors that, again, obviously I have to learn about how to do house flipping 100% possible, but start to flip houses. So maybe find some investors that want to flip houses with me. And then for the house flipping, I would outsource the rentals. I would outsource everything, whatever that is. Obviously, I'm going to be a realtor, and this will be easy for me to list and to find these properties. So house flipping, and what I would do is with these profits from house flipping, reinvest it. So whether that be through more rental properties, so more duplexes, triplexes, whatever that is, I would do that, or more house flipping. And guys, the beauty about this is I want to do all of this stuff, or most of this stuff, without my own money. So obviously I'm going to be reinvesting, but to buy that property, like to start off, remember guys, I'm not going to be the one putting down that mortgage payment. I'm not going to be the one that's constantly paying out of my pocket to pay for these houses. It's going to be the renters and other people's money. So OPM, other people's money, that's going to be paying for my mortgage payments. It's going to be paying for my down payment. And that's just the beauty about real estate. So let's just say I've started to monopolize and I own a few properties here and there. What's the next step? How can I start scaling the business, right? What I would do from here is probably look into owning some student residences. So these will typically be like units or properties that have units up to like maybe 50 units, maybe like 20 units, whatever that is. Kind of like maybe like a 2-story apartment building type thing, maybe like a 3-story thing. And for this is where things get serious, right? I have to hire a bunch of people, electricians, plumbers, a bunch of people for HVAC and stuff like that. I need to get a superintendent. I need to get a property manager maybe, or maybe I'll do it myself, who knows. But a lot of factors go into this, and this is something that is a bit more long-term, maybe when I'm in my 30s, 40s, whatever that is. Again, long-term, own these and have people manage them for me, and maybe I'll just be in a beach, just chilling while all of this stuff is happening in the background for me already set up. So again, maybe I am doing Airbnb and I actually have to do this stuff on my phone. Who knows? Maybe I'll be renting, or maybe I'll be doing Airbnb. Again, that's just another factor to consider. This is 100% going to be passive income, but if I am doing Airbnb, it's not real, like it is passive income, but I just have to set that up and whatever and do whatever I need to do on Airbnb, whether that's letting guests in or whatever that is, right? So how am I going to now scale these student apartments, right? So these 50-unit buildings, how am I going to then scale that one step further? So this is where we go from So the first step, getting a few duplexes, that's 0 to a million. And then growing that with house flipping is probably how I'm going to get from 1 million to 10 million. So again, we have a few duplexes, triplexes, student rentals, and then we're house flipping as well. And when I say we, I refer to me and whoever my investors, my team, contractors, whatever that is. So we're at that 10 million mark now, right? We are going to be investing in some 50 unit apartments, whether that's student residences, whatever that is, 50 units, whatever, 100 units. We start scaling slowly and slowly and slowly. If we got to 10 million, we can do that and get to 100 million. So commercial real estate, hotels. Again, these are stuff that is super long term, right? I don't plan on doing this within like anytime soon, but from getting to 10 million to 100 million, that's what I would look into. So maybe even franchises. That's an amazing way to scale. Whether that's franchises of like fast food restaurants, maybe a real estate brokerage even, hotels, commercial real estate, like not supermarkets, plazas, stuff like that. That's how I would then scale from 10 million to 100 million. So again, is this possible? 100%. Will what I'm talking about right now 100% happen? No, I don't know what will happen. Maybe who knows? Maybe Airbnb will completely take over and I'll have to completely do Airbnb. Maybe whatever. Who knows what's going to happen, right? But that's what I would do and that's my plan right now, from getting from 0 to 100 million within the span of, I don't know, maybe 40 years? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll take a lot longer. Maybe it won't take as long. But that's kind of my game plan of how I plan on monopolizing and how I plan on building up my real estate portfolio. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if maybe you have a plan, maybe you know, or not know, maybe you have an idea of what you want to do to get to 0 to 100 million. Let me know down in the comments. How would you do this? And if you did enjoy this video, leave a like, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video ever again. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.